Even gravity has bad days, apparently, especially when it involves a Boeing and a rather unfortunate December. The somber reality beneath this slightly morbid jest, however, is the profound and lasting grief of families who lost loved ones in a devastating plane crash last December. The BBC.com article you cited brings to light a significant development in the aftermath of this tragedy: the filing of a complaint by the victims' families against the CEO of Jeju Air. While Jeju Air was not the airline involved in this particular crash, the article seems to be referencing a past incident to illustrate the kind of legal action families might take. The principle remains the same. When disaster strikes, the quest for accountability often follows. Let's delve into the implications of such a complaint, the potential legal avenues available to the families, and the broader context of airline safety and corporate responsibility in the wake of a major aviation accident. Click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to stay updated on our latest news. The weight of loss and the pursuit of accountability. The loss of 179 lives out of 181 souls on board instantly transforms a news headline into a deeply personal tragedy for countless individuals. Families are irrevocably altered, futures are extinguished, and a void is left that no words can truly fill. In the face of such immense loss, the desire to understand why this happened and to hold those potentially responsible accountable is a natural and powerful human response. Filing a complaint against a CEO, even if their direct involvement in the crash is not immediately apparent, signifies a belief that the leadership of an airline or, in a broader context, any organization involved bears a responsibility for the safety and well-being of its passengers and the operational integrity of its services. This responsibility can extend beyond the immediate actions of pilots or maintenance crews to encompass the overall safety culture, resource allocation, and oversight within the company. Potential legal grounds for the complaint. While the specifics of the complaint against the Jeju Air CEO in the BBC article would require more detailed information, we can explore the general legal grounds that families of plane crash victims might pursue against an airline or its leadership. Negligence. This is perhaps the most common legal basis. Families might argue that the airline, through its actions or omissions, failed to exercise the reasonable care expected of an air carrier, leading to the crash. This could involve allegations of inadequate maintenance. If the crash was linked to mechanical failure, families might argue that the airline did not properly maintain the aircraft. Pilot error due to insufficient training or fatigue. Claims could arise if the pilots were deemed unqualified, poorly trained, or excessively fatigued. Flawed operational procedures. If the airline's operating procedures were deemed unsafe or contributed to the accident, this could form part of a negligence claim. Negligent oversight by management. This is where the responsibility of the CEO and other leaders might be argued. Families could contend that the leadership failed to implement or enforce adequate safety protocols, creating an environment where the accident was more likely. Wrongful death. This type of lawsuit seeks damages for the loss of a loved one due to the negligence or wrongful act of another party. It allows surviving family members to recover compensation for financial losses such as lost income, loss of companionship, and other damages. Product liability. If the crash was attributed to a defect in the aircraft's design or manufacturing, families might pursue legal action against the aircraft manufacturer. In the context of a complaint against a CEO, the legal argument would likely center on the CEO's alleged failure to ensure a safe operating environment within the airline. This could involve demonstrating that the CEO was aware or should have been aware of safety deficiencies and failed to take adequate steps to address them, and that this failure ultimately contributed to the crash. The role of investigations and evidence. Following a major plane crash, official investigations are typically launched by aviation authorities to determine the cause of the accident. These investigations are crucial in gathering evidence that could support legal claims. Reports from bodies like the Transportation Safety Board in some countries or similar international organizations often provide detailed analyses of the events leading to the crash, including potential contributing factors. Evidence that families might use in a legal complaint could include findings from official investigation reports, internal airline documents related to maintenance, training, and safety procedures, testimony from experts in aviation safety, records of past safety incidents or concerns raised about the airline. The significance of suing a CEO. While lawsuits against airlines themselves are not uncommon after major crash, Directly targeting the CEO adds a layer of personal accountability. It suggests that the families believe the leadership at the very top failed in their duty to prioritize safety. Such actions can have significant implications beyond financial compensation, potentially impacting the CEO's reputation and career, and prompting greater scrutiny of the airline's management practices. However, proving direct negligence or wrongdoing on the part of a CEO can be challenging. Legal proceedings would likely involve examining the CEO's knowledge of safety issues, their decisions related to safety resource allocation, and the overall safety culture fostered or not fostered under their leadership.